Welcome back, guys. So today's going to be a short video. It's just going to be on error handling. So let's get right into it. So if you guys don't know what a try-catch is, it's basically a piece of code that helps you contain errors so the user doesn't necessarily see the errors. So we can type in the catch clause here, an exception. So it's going to get this exception, and if it throws this exception, which there's also subclasses of this exception, like we'll see if we can get one here in a bit, but we can write out the exception. But most of the time when you're coding, you don't want the user to see the message because sometimes users of your program can be trying to act in the not in the most respectful manner, and they try to get around some of your coding methods and try to break your programs. Anyways, so let's get into this here. So hello, how old are you? And basically we're just going to try to break the program here. So int age equals convert dot to integer console dot read line. So if we run this and we type in a number, it should work fine. So if we type in, oh, I just clicked enter. Okay, let's try that again. So if we type in 55, that's fine, right? Works completely fine. Now, if we type in hi, it says input string hi was not a correct format. But this line right here is this line right here. So it is working, and it just goes straight to the catch. Now, something we can also add on to the bottom of here is a finally statement. And so no matter whether it completely or successfully completes this piece of code or it doesn't and it goes down here, it's always going to hit this block. So let's try this. Console.writeLine. Thank you for using this program. Now, let's try that again. So how old are you? Let's type in 55 again. 55. Thank you for using this program. So see how we used that? Now we can expect that because we typed in the right age that time. Now let's try hi, and you can see it says the input string hi was not in a correct format. Thank you for using this program. So it did hit this line, so it broke on this line, went to the catch because it threw an exception, outputted the message, and then it went to the finally block because it was done, all the code. So now, let me get rid of this up here. I didn't even see that up there. Now, sorry guys, I had a phone call I had to answer there. So what we can add on to here is another catch clause. So for this, we can specify the type of error. So we can go deeper, which will be format exception. So that's if we type in a string instead of a integer. So right now we want an integer. So if we typed in a string here, it would throw a format exception. So for this, we can type in a specialized message, which will take this out. And we'll say, you entered the wrong type of information. Exiting program now. So if it hits this line, it'll throw and output what we've seen before, but if it hits this first, which it should, it'll throw this instead of throwing this. So If you want to throw a specific type of exception, you always want to put it above the basic exception, because this inherits exception. So like this is the base class. So if you had this above format exception, it would hit this first and it would just give out the generic answer. So let's try this. So how old are you? HH. You entered the wrong type of information. Exiting program now. Thank you for using this program. So you can get pretty creative with this, and it can be quite helpful if you want to output different types of information based off the type of errors it throws, or if you want to debug, you can debug it by having in a bunch of these different clauses. But that is about it for try catches. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.